How y'all doing? Welcome back to Peepo Coin channel. I hope that today is fantastic for everyone. It's Friday, sweetheart. Unfortunately, even if it's not payday Friday, there will be 3 paychecks the following month. Sort of month, and I like how that sounds. I hope that everyone enjoys a 3-day long weekend. I am aware that I am deserving of the extra effort. It's time to unwind now, perhaps in a small pool today or in the sun. A pleasant little lunch perhaps. We'll work it out, we'll see how today unfolds, but there is a lot to discuss in this episode, so we'll examine the charts, we will discuss the greatest wealth transfer ever, and examine the stablecoin initiatives of Coinbase and PayPal. Could we be witnessing a small flashback in this bull market? Monica Long drops an outstanding treasure, so perhaps we'll hear from her again, just like in 2017. I've got you covered, and we're going to get into futures trading. In case you haven't heard yet, what is it? Without further ado, sit back and relax as we break it down and discuss how it might affect the price of XRPs. First, let's get started with a Bitcoin transaction of $94,288. It has increased by 2.03% over the last day. At $17.83, Ethereum is up 2.23% at the moment. The USDT is approaching its dollar peg. For whatever reason, USDC is arriving at 99 cents. The Solana, as you can see on the screen, the chart is broken. And XRP is still holding down the 4th position at $2.19. Where will the 2,940,000,000,000 people who own cryptocurrencies go from here? It's fairly straightforward. Either there will be a huge spike to over 100,000, or there will be a slight adjustment into the 80 range. 100% could drop here, or we could simply keep moving forward and say, screw it. It's not going back to the 1,970s. It's not happening. Bears, the way this unfolds is fascinating. Before we make our next push-up that will take us above that $100,000 0 cents zone, Bitcoin essentially needs to reach 95K. If 95B0 is reached, and we see a weekly close on 95D0, then we're off to the races. If it doesn't hold 95K, we'll see a slight rejection into the $80 0 cents region. I posted this because we're starting the day with an EVE long, which we entered at 165 and set the stop loss at $154, which is a 10x. We share these signals in the group every day, and we conduct analysis and discuss the market. You can also subscribe to the newsletter, which is available at ripplevanwinkle.com. You may sign up with my exchange partner, BFI, for free, people. You can join the group after making a $100 0 cents deposit on the exchange. Due to a number of fraudulent users and accounts that were entering and actually stealing the signals, we made a deposit of $100 0 cents, which isn't cool. Here are a few recent victories. We hit 2. We closed out our Ethereum position with a 20% victory, and we won 30% and 60% on Tau. Are they now open on the longs? We still have Filecoin Uni SSV Magic people. It looks good. When the price of Bitcoin rises, Bitcoin whales come back in droves to purchase it, according to Chain Statistics. It states that organizations own more than 10,000 Bitcoin. They have returned and they brought a vegan with them. It claims that after falling to 75.0 early this month, the price of Bitcoin has risen by about 20.0. Observe how swiftly the cryptocurrency landscape is evolving. Now that the major players have returned, these whales are grabbing as much Bitcoins as they can. Additionally, Coinbase and PayPal collaborated to promote stable coin payments in the meantime. What's intriguing about all of this is this. Why isn't Ripple being partnered with? Here, why wouldn't PayPal collaborate with Ripple? They are able to collaborate with Coinbase. Perhaps they require an on and off ramp, which Coinbase will provide. That on and off ramp is now the only thing that Ripple lacks. It simply isn't logical. What do you know? But it is what it is. What is stablecoin. In any case, the majority of Ripple's stablecoin is on Ethereum. Let Coinbase have the thought. I think it's about 75%, which has no bearing on us XRP holders. According to this graphic, we have seen the longest bear market cryptocurrency and coin history, 4 years. It also says that the greatest bull cycle in history is about to begin. I know you enjoy the way it sounds, and it's true. People. The first indication that this will be the largest bull run cycle you have ever witnessed was when Bitcoin surpassed its all-time high before having. They're actually playing tricks on us now, aren't they? They're taking too long. We are aware of the outcome. Come on, the pro-crypto president is creating a full task force dedicated to crypto, and all the ETFs and new institutions are joining the fray. Here he wants the United States to take the initiative and lead. We are aware of the outcome. Additionally, I think the push-up begins around May or June. Then, I think, much as in 2017, the fireworks start in November or January, and this CME group starts trading XRP futures May 19. My pal is over here and less than a month away. Good day, Rip, Rander says. Could you describe futures trading? I replied, yes, sir. I got you in this video. Calm down, I just dropped an article about XRP. Although it isn't up yet, we have already written the post and it will be up very soon as we restore the new website, because I think it's critical that everyone be up to date on all of the advancements in XRP and Ripple. What exactly is simple trading in futures? It occurs when you commit to purchasing or disposing of an item on a given future date at a predetermined price. You do not purchase the asset at this time. In the future, you will place a wager on the price. So let's break it down to see how it works. You make a commitment. The contract will state something like, I enter the price on, and I enter the date. Ripple Van Winkle has agreed to buy or sell XRP at that price. All right, let's assume that the price of XRP was 50 cents in January, and I believe that the price of XRP will rise to $1.00 in, say, March. What will happen if the price of XRP reaches $1.00 in March? I will make money. However, I lose if it falls below 50 cents. What makes people do it then? Simply put, they don't want to worry about the day-to-day and are attempting to profit from price movements. For instance, we can say, look, I'm going to buy XRP at $2.10, and I believe, that the price of XRP currently is $2 and what is it, 8 cents? $2.20? If we think that May and June will be an absolutely fantastic moment, I think the pricing right now is $2.20. I predict that the price of XRP will reach $3.00 in May and June. I can proceed to execute a futures contract on that. That is the message it conveys. People don't trade futures because they don't want to worry about the price changing in the near future, but they do think it will move soon. On this, they jump into futures. Many speculators attempt to make money here by taking advantage of price fluctuations. A future essentially says that. Quite easy. Do you understand? You're assuming that you have some sort of belief. It's not limited to cryptocurrency, though. Many individuals also utilize commodities and financial equities that you think will see a rise in price or that you think something negative will occur. It will have a detrimental effect on the decreased pricing. This SEC Crypto Task Force follows. Tokenization, issuing, and selling wrapped, tokenized versions of publicly traded U.S. assets were the topics of their meeting with Bondo yesterday. We're getting an audience from the SEC. I'm hoping you're listening. Here's the newsletter, or I should say the press, the memo, and the email that discusses this and their actions. Look, on Wednesday we conducted a live event on YouTube. Approximately 1,500 people watched. We reviewed a number of cryptos, whether for this bull cycle or the next one, when its full potential is revealed. We informed you that Ando was one of the most undervalued cryptocurrencies at that 80-cent assessment. Ando, however, will play a significant role. Here, they will remain for a very long time. It is imperative that you give careful consideration to this asset.